You walk outside expecting a clear, bright morning, but within hours, the sky thickens into a heavy, unbreathable haze. Right now, that sudden shift in the atmosphere is the immediate reality for roughly 100 million Americans. The hazard zone covers massive stretches of the country, sweeping across the Midwest and Great Lakes, pushing down through the Ohio Valley and blanketing the Northeast. To find the source, we look across the border. These columns of smoke are rising from more than 830 active wildfires currently burning across Canada. High-altitude wind patterns act as a funnel, capturing the exhaust from the largest blazes in Ontario and driving the particulate matter directly south. It is a scenario where the air quality in an American city is dictated by the status of a forest fire hundreds of miles away in another country. As the week begins, the upper Midwest is absorbing the first major wave of the incoming plume. To measure the severity of this threat, we use the EPA's Air Quality Index, or AQI. This scale tracks localized danger, escalating from green for safe air up through yellow, orange, red, and finally purple for hazardous conditions. For Wednesday, the data shows massive clusters of red and purple danger zones blooming directly over Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Michigan. On the ground, these extreme purple zones create a pungent campfire smell and a thick, orange-tinted sky. In these specific areas, health officials consider the air unhealthy for the entire population, advising everyone to stay indoors regardless of their respiratory history. In major hubs like Chicago, the particulate matter is dense enough to turn the skyline into a collection of faint outlines. For the residents here, the arrival of the smoke marks a severe public health event that requires immediate changes to daily routines. The plume is continuing its trajectory, pushing further south and east by Thursday. Cities like Cleveland, Baltimore, and Washington, D.C. are now falling directly into the path of the haze. As the smoke reaches New York and New England, it carries the visual signature of the historic fires from June 2023. During that event, millions of people were trapped under an apocalyptic, monochromatic orange sky that completely obscured the city. Current emergency management forecasts indicate that while the air will reach unhealthy levels, we are not expecting a repeat of those specific orange conditions. Instead, the current reality looks like a dense, gray fog settling over the harbor and the Statue of Liberty. Even with the change in color, the physical threat remains. The air still contains the same hazardous particulates that arrived in the Midwest a day earlier. Navigating this window of poor air quality requires following a few specific defensive health protocols. You should create a sealed environment by keeping windows closed and setting air conditioning units to recirculate indoor air. It is particularly important to limit prolonged outdoor activity for children, the elderly, and those who are pregnant. If you must go outside in heavy smoke zones, a well-fitting KN95 mask is the required standard to filter out these microscopic particles. Relief is tied to an approaching weather shift. Rain fronts moving through the Midwest on Friday and the Northeast on Saturday will wash the smoke out of the atmosphere. Until those systems arrive, local AQI forecasts provide the specific data needed to determine when it is safe to return to normal outdoor activity.